Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? Just another busy week, very busy week. So if you're a particular of topics and you feel this is too, what is a good word? Like TMI, too much information, or just a not classic conversation piece, I'm sorry. This is the topic for today, and if you don't like it, just skip to the video then. But we're going to talk about something that has been irritating me lately, and I'll tell you what it is. Public toilets. Bet you didn't think that's what we were talking about. Seriously, public toilets. Okay, first of all, my boys, never, ever use the bathroom for option number 2 ever in school or in town unless they are desperately, desperately, desperately in need. Those boys would come home from school and you could just go boom, boom, boom. Like we have 2.5 baths is what they call it, right? And after school, they're all being utilized. It's crazy. It's like clockwork. Like, because they will not use the bathrooms in town at school where they work. It's just not a thing unless they absolutely have to do it, right? They'd rather go visit their sister and then use what they say, blow up her bathroom, you know. It's just like, and girls, we don't have that luxury. We don't have that luxury because there are times when you need to use the bathroom for womanly functions and you don't have that option. We don't have that option just to do number 1 and, not sit somewhere, I was thinking about this. I know this is a dumb topic. And now, they have the automatic ones, so you don't have to touch the handle, which I don't normally do anyway. I usually, lift my foot up and, use my shoe. I can still lift it that high. And, but you have these automatic flushers, and if you move just a little bit, like if you just, move, and then it flushes on you, or they don't flush when they're supposed to, and then so you're supposed to find the little button, and what if the button's broke? And I mean, there's all these things, and it's just like, it's just not fair. It's just not fair. I know, it's a dumb topic, but it's kind of been bugging me because I was thinking about this, and I'm just like, they do not. They'll go number 1, obviously, but they will not do number 2. And I'm just like, you guys have it so easy. Men have it so easy. I'm serious. Like I have a cousin who does all the yard work. I don't know if I've ever told you about her, but she literally does all the yard work. Okay, she takes care of the house. She is outside the house. She washes the house off twice a year. She does all the things. I mean, this guy, I'm sure the neighbors think he has it made, but she's a doer. She's a doer, and I'm just, yeah, really, what do men have to do? You don't carry the kids. You don't, our household didn't take care of the kids. I mean, it's just a thing. And I was on the public toilet thing, and I'm just like, yeah, guys have this option, but women don't always have that option. Sometimes you have to go in the stall and you have to use it because, we got things going on. Okay, enough of that. Tell me your opinions. I like to hear this. This ought to be good. But anyway, today we are doing lip balms. Baby mini batches of lip balms. Yes, it can be done. I've done it once before and I just was like, I'll do it again. They're so much fun. Just the itty bitty baby batches of lip balms. That's what we're doing. I always have a lip balm in my pocket. So 3 things, dream big, be true to you. You are worth it. Let's go check out this lip balm video. The hardest thing about lip balm is is that some people like it smooth with a little bit of gloss, and some people like it stiff and, you know, like thicker, and you just can't win. In my house, I just can't win. So we're starting this with my beautiful beeswax. Yes, my beeswax. And I am cutting off some cocoa butter because my raw cocoa butter is in raw form. I don't get the wafers. It's unless it's cheaper, but it's raw cocoa butter, organic cocoa butter. And then we have some shea butter. I am trying to find my recipe here. So much for being prepared, right? Right. So, I mean, the basics, the beeswax, the shea, the cocoa butter, you know, all great things. A little bit of castor. And actually, I could have put more castor. I don't like to because it does thin it out. But castor is great for so many things. So many things. Okay, so here's the cold sore part of it. This is sunflower oil with is this the, oh no, this is the echinacea, and it's in sunflower, apricot, or sesame. This one is apricot, I think. It's labeled. And then this oil blend is sunflower also, but it has Tulsi, self-heal, lemon balm, and elderberry. So it's a little bit greener, darker, more herbier, you know, and those are all really good for cold sores and wound healing and, you know, all those things. So this, like I say, is a beady baby batch of lip balm. Why? Because. Why not? Why do I have to make 100 of the same? Okay, so we're starting, I don't know what order I'm going in, but it's a couple drops of lemon, a couple drops of peppermint, a couple drops of, I'm not sure what that one is. Tea tree. It's tea tree. And then we have some lavender, and then we have just a couple drops of clove. I just did a clove thing. Wasn't that interesting? I didn't even mention the lip balm. And then we have some sage. Sage is very good. We just did a sage one, and that was really interesting video. And then some St. John's wort. All good for cold sores. 152. Here's the catch, guys. If you're going to pour it into your containers, make sure the manufacturer tells you that you can pour it at 152. My manufacturer says it has to be, you know, closer to 140-ish in there. So, but make sure you mix it well, okay? Mix it up really, really well because you want all those oils to combine with those butters, and you just want it nicely blended, okay? And then I got my little itty bitty container sitting right there, and those hold 0.18 ounces or 5 grams. So once I am down to the temperature I need to be at, that's when I pour it off into my containers. And I do have one of those fancy little trays, you know. I have two of them. I have one that's a silicone one and one that's plastic, and my son made a little box mold to hold the the plastic one. He's so sweet. I'm not too bad. I'm not too shaky, so I just pour it off. Okay? Just pour it off. And then to top them off, sometimes I scrape it off the top. Sometimes I mound it up and take a heat gun to it. It just, you know, it depends. So if you get one that looks like I didn't do anything, it might have been like I just didn't do anything. And you'll have that little hole in the center. But I usually don't leave it like that. I usually pour it. And then these are little baby containers I got from a friend of mine. And they're so tiny. They're just adorable. Like, seriously, so adorable. And I think they actually hold close to the 5 grams, just like my lip balm containers do. So this is what I do with my extra. Since I have these containers, they're so cute. I might just give them away during the holidays. But that's all there is to it. Otherwise, I just put all of them into one lip balm and use it for myself. Seriously. So chocolate peppermint. I love this one. This one is will actually tint your lips a little tiny bit, just a little bit. So we start off with regular beeswax. I'm not even sure why I used regular beeswax. This is roasted cocoa butter, not just cocoa butter, but roasted cocoa butter. It's it's delightful. My son actually tried eating one time. I told him, it is a food grade. It is food grade, but yeah, it doesn't taste as good as it smells. Let me tell you. So then we add some castor. Of course, castor is in every single one of my lip balms because it is good and nourishing. And then it is, what is it? Where's my recipe? It is sunflower oil. Sunflower oil, yep. But in reality, any light oil would work here. Apricot, sesame, safflower, just something that's really good for your lips. And then once you melt it down, see, so I'll melt it down, I add half a teaspoon of cocoa powder. Oh no, 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder and half a teaspoon of chocolate extract. I don't think we made that. Did we make chocolate extract in the cacao? I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. And then peppermint, because it's chocolate peppermint. So just a little bit of peppermint essential oil. It is so yummy. You would want to eat it if you like York peppermint patties. I don't think it's not as strong as a York peppermint patty, I promise. But yeah, this one you just need to keep mixing. Mix, 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 mix more than the other ones because that extract isn't actually oil soluble. It is an alcohol-based extract, but so you just got to keep mixing it till it starts to cool and gets where you need it to be, and then pour. These are awesome. My daughter has a different name for them. She loves them, but she has a different name for them, and I'm just, she's crazy. But yeah, this is my chocolate peppermint, and I have seen people use chocolate chips or the chocolate wafers, that you can buy, the candy wafers for when they put them in molds and stuff like that. I have seen that. I just prefer, after doing this for a couple of years, I like this recipe. It's my favorite. And being me, I can never leave my tops the same. They're all different. But I do use a heat gun, and there I am putting that little bit left over into that little itty bitty container just for the fun of it. And to the vanilla mint. I think this is called vanilla peppermint, possibly online. I think it's vanilla peppermint is how it's listed, and it says it's called vanilla mint. So we start off with the basic beeswax. This one is a little bit thicker, if you want to call that, firmer than the other two, because I have to please everybody in my house. So we start with white beeswax because this stays untinted. If you're going to tint your lip balms really pretty cute colors, use a white beeswax. If you don't care, like my cold sore one, I wanted the raw unfiltered. Well, it's filtered, but so lightly processed beeswax. Okay, I'm sorry. So it is actually coconut oil in there. And then there's apricot and shea or mango. I think I used shea, this one. And then it is literally some castor and flavor oils. Not fragrance oils, you guys. They're flavor oils. They're lip safe. Everything has to be lip safe. So it's a flavor oil with a little bit of peppermint essential oil to give it that beautiful, cooling, yummy vanilla mint flavor. And it's pretty much the same. Make sure it's at your whatever temperature, I can't talk today, whatever temperature you are supposed to be at. And then we just, pour. And if when you get down to the end, guys, if you're, you have that one that's just not totally filled up and you have that streak of cooled off part in your container, just go remelt it for another 5-10 seconds, and finish it. It's fine. You don't have to really worry. I mean, just don't heat it to 200, but just enough to melt that beeswax again. You know, it's really simple. And I mean, I did that. You just don't see it. Okay. And strawberry and shea. This one is a thicker one, which is why my older daughter likes it. This takes your regular white beeswax because we are coloring it with mica. And if you look to the bottom left, you can see we just made like 5 or 6 of each lip balm out of those little batches. Next ingredient is the shea butter or mango butter. Sometimes I interchange them. And that's the cool thing with lip balms, you guys. You get your ratio of beeswax, your butters, your oils, and you can interchange them so easily. It's just great. And then the next thing is coconut oil. My daughter hates coconut oil. I don't even know if she knows it's in here. She hates the taste. But yeah, I use organic and she doesn't know that it's even in there, so I'm not going to worry about it. The other thing I add is apricot oil, just a little bit of apricot oil. Apricot oil is very moisturizing. And don't forget, we're going to add some castor oil to this also. Here's the mica. Voodoo from Mad Micas. Notice, lip safe. Includes lips. Yes, you have to use lip safe mica, you guys. You cannot deviate from this. That is so important. Now, if you're making it for yourself, well, then you can't blame the mica company if something happens. See my point? And I actually just use, it's a flavor oil. Yeah, I'm like, what is in here? Yeah, it's just a flavor oil. But isn't that pretty? It's such a pretty color. I wish it would stay that color, But of course, it solidifies, and the beeswax makes it, opaque instead of, pretty crystal clear with the pink. But yeah, you want to mix these thoroughly. I don't, just like a regular batch of whatever you're doing. Mix them thoroughly, and then we pour. I've never had a problem with mica separating. I've seen just a few people, and I just wonder if maybe it's just not cool enough when they're pouring. I don't know. To me, micas just seem to, they go all over the place. So, and see, that's it's cool enough to where it's solidifying on my little container and just making it a bigger pain in the butt to pour it. But you just remelt it if you have issues. And that's the cool thing. You can remelt this with essential oils, with flavor oils. It doesn't matter. You just don't get it up to that 200 degrees. You just get it to, 155 or whatever. Actually, you probably don't even need it there because the beeswax is already melted. But that's the strawberry and shea. And then they're all wrapped and ready to go. So, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.